Just imagine having a casual conversation with your mom. You ask her what her agenda is for the day, and she says, I think I'm going to maybe go to the store. Might go and meet up with Marcy, and then I'm going to practice yoking myself to 300 million gods and goddesses at around 4:30. You might say, that's far out, Mom, but that's exactly what people are saying when they say, I'm going to go practice yoga. Hi, I'm Jacob Nelson, and I'm going to be informing you today on what is yoga. It's a trendy health and wellness regime aimed at physical fitness and wellness, but it actually has religious implications. I'm a former Kundalini yoga teacher who received my 200-hour certification at an ashram or yoga commune in New Mexico. And in order to understand what yoga is, you want to know the root of yoga, you want to know about the practice of yoga, and you want to know what the end goal is in yoga to be well informed. Therefore, let us lay the foundation. Yoga is in fact a 5,000-year-old Hindu religious practice. It's a spiritual discipline, and the word yoga in fact comes from the Sanskrit word for yoke, meaning union or fellowship with. And so the whole idea is you want to come into union with this impersonal force that is called God in Hinduism. So those are some hefty implications. Additionally, Subhas Tiwari stated in his 2006 article in Hinduism Today, he said, its techniques are not adopted by Hinduism, but originated from it. And that's pretty fascinating. Additionally, Hinduism holds to the worldview of pantheism, which means God is everything. Pan meaning all, and theos meaning God or divine. And so commonly you'll hear the term thrown around like there's a divine spark in all of us. And essentially, yoga aims at cultivating this so-called divine spark. Now that we know the root, let us move on to the practice itself. When you think of yoga, what you probably think of is people practicing hatha yoga. And hatha yoga consists of different postures, which are called asanas. And these asanas are, in fact, paying homage to the different, out of the 300 million gods and goddesses that are part of the Hindu religion. So every posture uniquely pays homage to these different deities. And in fact, Emma Newton states plainly in her 2020 article on EckhartYoga.com, she says, asanas are a way of connecting to, revering, and paying respect to deities. In fact, another word and a way of terming that is worship. So, these different postures are actually, you're worshiping these different gods and goddesses and spirits that are part of Hinduism and their worldview. Additionally, another focus of the different bodily exercises, wherever they may be, are the opening of the chakras. And the chakras in Hindu lore are energy centers that go from the base of the spine, on the center of the body, all the way up to the top of the head. And I have a picture of that right here. So that's pretty interesting. And the goal, in fact, is what we're coming to right now. So the goal of it is the chakras. When you open the chakras through the different practices or the different postures, what happens is you create a open channel for the Kundalini. And the Kundalini is an inherent dormant energy that is said to be at the base of the spine in every human being. That comes from that divine spark that we talked about earlier. And what it does when you open the chakras, it allows this kundalini to go up your spine, up these energy centers. And when it gets to the crown of the head right here, that's when an individual experiences spiritual enlightenment, also known as self-realization, where they realize that they are God. They are God themselves. And so that is what self-realization is. And this, in fact, this also known as a Kundalini awakening, it's actually cautioned strongly by expert practitioners and yoga teachers. They'll warn you and say, you want to be careful about awakening this Kundalini that can happen spontaneously when you're doing these asanas, these ancient postures. And they can in fact result in psychotic episodes, which is pretty fascinating. So Rachel Henderson, in her 2017 article on yogalovetoKnow.com, she said, psychotic episodes likened to panic attacks and LSD, LSD trips have been reported lasting hours, days. Others have experienced altered physical and mental states for years just from practicing yoga. And that's pretty serious, and definitely not something that you will hear about when you're just wanting to practice yoga. So we have exposed yoga as a pagan religious practice, and like Transformers, there's more than meets the eye. My name's Jacob. Thank you for watching.